guy anybody ought to know that's in America. George Washington, of course, first president of the United States. You see he's got his walking sword there. Got his handle anyway. You see his tie right there. He, of course, the first president of the U.S., born 1732 and died 1799 because they bloodlet him. So, there you go. All right, so here is John Adams. You can see he had quite the gut on him. There's his hand. He's got a scrolled up piece of paper. And there's his plaque, 1735 to 1826, and he was the second president of the United States from 97 to 1801. And here he is in all of his stature. All right, so as we walk up, I believe this is Jefferson, and it looks like it is. See, he's writing the Declaration of Independence right there. He's got his quill pen in hand. You can see his shoes that fit the era that he lived in. Here he is from the side. And there's the Declaration right there. So you can see that. And down here is the plaque. He was born April the, I think that says 13th of 1743 and died July 4th of 1826. He was the third president of the United States. All right, here's James Madison. You see him. Born 1751, 1836. Fourth president of the United States, 09 to 1817. And there he is in all of his stature there. Here we have James Monroe. He was born April 28th of 1758. He died July 4th, 1831. And he was the fifth president of 1817 to 1825. And there you see he's got him a little walking cane. And he's tipping his hat to you. So there you go. Here, you can see we have John Quincy Adams. There's his face. He's got his walking stick and his hat in his hand along with a piece of paper there. And down here's his plaque. He was born in 1767, died 1848, looks like. Lived for a long life, around 80 years old, sixth president from 1825 to 1829. Here's Andrew Jackson. I messed up before. I think that must have been Andrew Johnson I was looking at, who of course got in after Lincoln when he was assassinated. This guy who was associated with the Trail of Tears and the mistreatment of the Indians and all of that. This was the horrible guy. So he's got a sword over there. Born 1767, died 1845. Seventh president of the United States from 29 to 37. So yeah, he was the guy that turned out to be no good at all. So there's that. Okay, so on this bench we got Martin Van Buren. You see he's sitting with his cane. And he's got something I can't even read. But anyway, there's his face. He's wearing a coat, but it ain't cold here. You see right down here, he was born in, looks like 1782, I believe. Died 1862. And he's 8th president of the United States. All right, so here we have William Henry Harrison. And you know, he was the guy that, you know, he thought he was really, really tough. And you can see that he was born 1773 and died 1841. And he was the 9th president of the United States. And if I remember right, his story is that he stood out in the cold, in the rain, gave his inauguration speech, and if I remember right, 30 days later, he died. So much for toughness. All right, so here we have John Tyler, born 1799 on the site, died 1862, 10th president of the United States. And here he is. He's actually holding a fiddle. So you get that up close. But there ain't no strings on it, so he can't play it. And there's his face up close. Alright, let's keep looking. Alright, so here is James K. Polk. And you can see they've got him leaning on a barrel. That's his 54-40 or fight. So of course that was trying to get the Canadian-U.S. border established. So you can see right there he is, James K. Polk. It says he was born 1795, died 1849. He was the 11th president of the country. And there you go. Alright, here is Zachary Taylor. Looks like he died in 1850. He's born in 1784, I believe. He's the 12th president of the United States. He's just a little Looks like a cannon, but you know, you almost got to think spittoon as well, but it looks like a little tiny cannon. Anyway, here he is. He's got spy glasses, they would have called it back then, in his hand. Got a sword there on his side with his other hand on it. Here's his face. Not the best looking of fellas, but that's him. And I'll get him in all of his stature here. There you go. All right, so here, sitting down, is Miller Fillmore. He's got a book in his hands. There's his face, along with his hair. He's got a pocket watch because you see the chain right there. But anyway, here's his stats. Looks like he was born in 1800. He died in 1874. And he was the 13th President of the United States. All right, this here is Franklin Pierce. See, he's holding a hat in his hand and a walking stick. There's his face. Nice detail on their clothes, I'll tell you. And there he is, Franklin Pierce. He was born in 1804, died 1869, and he was the 14th President of the United States. Right here is James Buchanan. You can see him. This statue is actually fairly tall. Here's his stats of 1791 to 1868, and he was the 15th President of the United States from 1857 to 1861. Get you up close to his face and his hair, and that will be him. This, of course, here would be Lincoln. I don't have to look at it to know that, and that's got to be Tad down there. And of course, he would die. Lincoln is actually holding his glasses. Here's his face. That up nice and close. He's sitting in a chair, as you can see. And like I said, that's got to be Tad there. So here he is from the side. And back here is his plaque. This says he was born in 1809, I want to think that says, and he died in 1865, of course. Assassinated, of course, and he was 16th President of the United States. All right, so there he is from the back. So let's go. And here's Andrew Johnson. Now, Andrew Johnson did a lot of bad things to the Indians. The Trail of Tears was certainly under him and because of him. And you can see here, he was born in 1808, died in 1875. He was the 17th President of the United States. His boots look good, though. Looks like he tore up the Constitution. Is what that looks like to me. Which he pretty much did, so that's the way he was. I hate you too. Today's going to be a little bit of a different video. We're in downtown Rapid City, South Dakota, and today is August the 3rd. It's a Tuesday at a little bit after 9 o'clock in the morning, and we're taking what they call the Walk of the Presidents. These things aren't in order, but I want to show you to them. This is Ulysses S. Grant, and you can see he's got his sword and everything. And here's all of his stats. Let's get that closer. And there you see he's the 18th president. Alright, so let's go with the next one. Right here stands before you Rutherford B. Hayes. I'll show you a little bit of his side. You can see he's carrying a cane. He's walking very briskly with. Alright, and here is his stats. He was born 1822, died 1893. And he was the 19th President of the United States. Alright, so here, do you know this guy? Well, let's back out and see if you know him. There he is, in his full glory. And who is he? None other than James Garfield, born 1831, died 1881, so wow, only 49, 50 years old. And he was the 20th President of the United States. Even his boots look pretty good there. Alright, so here we start with Chester A. Arthur, 21st President of the United States, born 1829, died 1886. And there he stands, being sworn in. You can see they've even got a Bible right there. And there's his complete likeness. Here they have Grover Cleveland, and he's reading a book. Let's see. A truly American sentiment recognized the dignity of labor and the fact that honor lies in honest toil. Grover Cleveland. So that was his most famous saying, I guess. And down here you can see this. And he was born in 1837, died in 1908, and He was the 22nd and 24th President of the United States. So get him fully there. Here we have Benjamin Harris. He's the 23rd President. He's born 1833, died 1901. And right here he is. And you can see that they have him feeding little birds right here. So that's his setting. Right here is William McKinley. You see they got the phone with him. Get you a close-up of that phone there. So you can see right there, he's the 25th President of the United States. He was born 1843, died 1901. But again, you can pause all this and read this stuff. All right, we're walking up to the final one, and I can tell that's Teddy Roosevelt without even looking at his plaque. And you can see he got his pistol right there. He's got his silver sword right there on his side. There's the face, so you shouldn't have to guess who that is from just the face alone. But if you look at his stats, he was born 1858 and died 1919. And he was the 26th President of the United States. Look at his boots. He's even got spurs on. Good detail. Get him from that side a little bit. Get him from this side. And there he is. Alright, so that's the President's Walk of Rapid City, South Dakota. Alright, so here we have William Taft, 1857 to, I think that says 1900. And he was the 27th President of the United States. I must say 1920 or something, because 1909, 1913. But anyway, you can see his hand there on his leg. You can see that this is small compared to what he was in real life, because he was huge. You see he's got one hand behind his back with a baseball in it. So there's that. Woodrow Wilson. 1856, 1924, number 28. And there he is. And they're working on his section here, so we got him. All right, so here we have Warren G. Harding. You see he's got a dog there, and the chair that he's actually standing behind instead of sitting down. He's got a belt on, tie on. There's his face. There's his dog. And here's the stats. Looks like he was born at the end of the Civil War of 1865, died in 1923. And he was the 24th, I think that says. No, 29th President. All right, let's keep going. Here we have Calvin Coolidge, 1872 to 1933. And he was the 30th President of the United States. And there he is, hat in hand. Horse saddle. Has cowboy boots on down there. They actually look pretty good. Even the sides of this saddle. Really good detail. All right, we'll keep doing the next one. Right here we have Herbert Hoover, born in 1874, died in 1964. And so he lived a long life. 31st President of the United States from 29 to 33. He's got his hat in his hand. See his shoes down there, his hand in his pocket. And there he is. So let's keep going. All right, so here we got Franklin Delano Roosevelt, 1882 to 1945. And you can see he was the 32nd President of the United States. And here we have him from behind. So let's see what he's doing. Yeah, looks like he's doing what he was really good at in life. Propaganda. So that's him. You can see got all the WGN, NBC, MBS, whatever that is, and then CBS. And all the little wires even running down there. The presidential seal of the United States. And this is him on this side. All right, let's keep. It's got to be, oh, it's Truman. It's Harry S. Truman. See his face right there. He's smiling, got his teeth. He's holding up the face. Dewey defeats Truman, so he's holding that up. You can see that, hopefully. Or, of course, they gave their own winner, and he won. So here he is, Truman. He was born in 1884. He died in 1972. He's the 33rd President of the United States. All right, so right here is Dwight D. Eisenhower, and I knew him from across the street, actually, just because of his uniform. And you can see right here is his stats, if you can read them. He was born in 1890, died in 1969. He was the 34th President of the United States from 53 to 61. All right, so this is John F. Kennedy, of course. And that would be Little John right there, who, of course, would later die in a plane wreck. And you can see he's got a toy plane in his hand, so pretty ironic. Here, show you his face up close with the hair. Right down here, he was born in 1917. He died in 1963. Of course, he was assassinated. 35th President of the United States from 60 to 63 is when he died. Here we have LBJ. You can see he's got a watch on his arm right there. Looks pretty good. The Great Society, which was a huge failure. And you can see here, they got in memory of Vietnam veterans. And, you know, this is the guy that helped to perpetuate that. So, kind of wrong thing. But anyway, 1908, 1973 was the 36th President of the United States. All right, so see this guy up close. This is Richard M. Nixon. And he's sitting in a chair. So, very nice way they got him set. Even his shoes look really good, I gotta say. But anyway, you can see he was born January 9th of 13. He died April 22nd, 94. 37th President of the United States. Alright, let's keep going. Here is Gerald Ford. So he's holding a pipe in his hand. He's got that dog by his side. Let's get his full-on face over this way. And you can see down here, he was born in 1913. And he was the 38th President of the United States from 74 to 77. Alright, this, with the hand waving, is Jimmy Carter. See his face there, his tie. Got his jacket thrown over his arm. Plaid pants. And there he is. He was born 1924. He does still live. 39th President of the United States. The shoes and the laces look even real. So, there you go. Alright, and right here is the best president in my entire lifetime. And probably of the whole country. Ronald Reagan, of course. All dressed up. Got his cowboy hat on. And you can see right there, he was born in 1911. And they don't have his death, which he died quite a few years ago. 40th President of the United States. He's got his boots on, got his hand on his leg. Shirt pockets are actually looking pretty good. There's his ear even. And there he is from the back. Very nice. Right, so here is George Herbert Walker Bush. He's got some paper in his hand, standing against the globe there. And there you can see his stats right there. He's born June 12, 24, so I haven't even updated this with his death yet. He's president from 89 to 93, he's number 41st. So that would be him. And there's the full height of him. Alright, so from back here, you should be able to tell this is Clinton. One of the slimiest guys we ever had, by far. He's holding a microphone because he was always a big mouth. And there he is. Born 1946, the 42nd President of the United States. It's another disgrace on our country, but you know, what do you do? Alright, so here, that sun's going to be a little bit hard to maybe tell, but this is George Bush, George W. Bush. So Junior, as some called him. Hopefully his face is coming through good with that sun there. And you can see his little dog, that dog I remember. So there's a fullness of him right there. And right here's his stats. He was born in 46. He was the 43rd President of the United States. And there you go. Alright, so here is a guy they added who was never a legitimate president, but they still put him out here. And of course you can see it's Obama, born in 61. He's supposed to be the 44th, you know, illegitimately, but you know, that's what he is. And funny, They got him with his daughter instead of with his wife, which some suggest is a man, but nonetheless, let's keep going. Okay, so this is on the street here. Had to do with the presidents, but I thought I would shoot it since I'm right here with it. So pretty tall statue. Across from that is this Midakui Oyasin. We are all related, is what it says. So there's a globe. There's a buffalo right there. See that? Pretty cool. And an eagle on top of his head.